Good morning, everyone. So, I'm Zoe Aspinall, the Green Party candidate for Gosport, Stubbington and Hillhead. You've caught me this morning. I'm out. It's a beautiful, crispy, but beautiful Sunday morning. Just walking my dog. And I've decided that I'm going to try and give you some snippets, some news bites, if you like, of the news, what's going on, what people are talking about, so you can get a sense of who I am, because it's always difficult to vote for somebody when you don't really know who they are and what they stand for. So I'll try and do this as regularly as I can. For those of you who have looked into me, you'll know that I'm a full-time teacher in the local area, and that means that I'm trying to fit in my campaigning in the evenings and weekends. So this is the best way that I can communicate with you frequently. If you want to leave a message, ask a question, I think it's really important that as a representative I'm listening, in addition to telling you what I think. It's really important that I have your feedback, and I know what the local residents want to happen, and I know how you want me to represent you. So this is really an introduction as to why I'm going to be doing these little snippets, and you'll see them coming up on Facebook, and I'm planning to set up a YouTube channel so you can log in regularly, send me questions that you want answered, because you've probably got a lot of questions that other people have got exactly the same questions. Right, so let's get started. Just going to throw the ball for my dog. Okay, so the local news today, well, national news actually, firefighters and Grenfell Tower. We've had another fire involving the cladding. Now, to my knowledge, we don't have this cladding in Gosport currently. So, but I'd love to hear from you if there's anywhere that we need to be aware of, and we need to get sorted out. But what I do know is about our firefighters and our local fire station. Now, very recently, and you may not be aware of this, they've had, recently, a couple of years ago, they've had their shifts changed to 24-hour shifts. Now, this is unusual because before they were doing 8-hour shifts, as they do in Fareham. And this was meant to be a pilot, but it's been running for 2 years now. It's expected to run for another year. At least, and the firefighters are feeling that this is going to become a permanent thing. They're very concerned about it. As part of this process, we've had a cut in firefighters. They're currently working in a building that is crumbling. It's not really fit for purpose. And we want to see that investment. We want to know that our firefighters are alert and they're rested and they're there when we need them, because that's their purpose. And when people are defending themselves in a fire, in an emergency situation, we want to know that they're going to be there. So we need to have their back, and this is something that I take very seriously, and something that we need to look into. I know maybe in the last 12 months that there have been a couple of fires in Lee, big fires. We know that Alva Valley has suffered fires, and we want to know that our guys are there. They're brave. And they're there to take care of us. So that's one of the biggest issues today that I'm thinking about. Another issue that I've seen in the news is that President Trump is coming prior to the election. Now, I want to put this into context, because at the moment what I'm seeing on the news is it's all about Trump. Actually, it's a NATO summit, and all of the members of the NATO will be there. They're all going to visit the Queen. And America are our allies, but we also have other allies. Europe are our allies, and we need to keep them close, and we need them to feel respected. So I suppose my worry is that we're going to have maybe some members trying to put in their tuppence worth as to what they think about our election and how they think we should be voting. I see this as international interference in our election process, and we know that we're putting a lot of money into tackling cyber interference. Who seems to be mentioned the most are the Russians. So I'm keeping my eye on that. I'm hoping that Trump is not going to interfere, is not going to try and sway us in a different position to one we might take otherwise, and that you will vote the way that you really want to vote and not the way that you're being told to vote. Anyway, that's me for today. Have a great Sunday, and I will speak to you soon. Okay, bye.